Hey guys, uh, hey, welcome back to Bus Stock Garage. Today, I don't know if you can see old Leroy down there. Oh, there he is. But there's Peyton down here replacing all these body mounts. This one's got a metal top on it. The other ones didn't. But you can see back there, don't mind that old makeshift tank. Got a new poly bushing starting in. Got one to do here. We got the ones in the back to do. We're gonna get all them set, and then we're gonna go. Let me show you. Get all them set. Got one there. Come back here. And got another one to pop out there, and then we got the ones that go back here. And then we'll go to the front. We got a heat gun. I don't even know what it's called, but it's got the spiral end on it. It heats up just nuts. That way I'm not chancing breaking them bolts off. And the threaded insert inside the body. But then we're going to do the front. And mounts are done. The only thing I'm not going to do yet is tighten them all down. I'm going to get them all on there. Make sure we don't need to shift the body or anything to adjust it. That's what me and Leroy are doing. He's just destroying an old mount, but having fun. This is the kit. It's energy suspension. Gives you a little diagram. Some of these you gotta use your factory sleeve and washer. But this kit was like $150 cheaper than the factory kit offline through LMC. And I got this through AutoZone. I did some research before I ordered it, and it's for an 80 to 91 Suburban 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. Right there's the part number, set 3.4124, and see if I can find the actual. There we go. Same thing, right there, and $150 cheaper than the ones through LMC. Hey, you can't beat that. I really wasn't going to replace all of them, but when we picked the body up to replace that rear cross member, I broke a bunch of them. So as you can see, we got the body jacked up, the rear half. These are the only two that's holding. The front cab and the core support's the only ones that have the washers ain't rusted out, actually holding. The rest of them popped out. So we're gonna go through and replace the ones that we can, then come up front. We're only gonna do the two cab ones. The core support ones I'm not gonna mess with. We're just gonna put them in a box and save them. All right, guys, here we are. What we got done so far is we got the front cab and this midway back cab. Got the bolts loose on the mounts. Got the new one in back there. New one in right there. New one's in there. And same on the other side. And we got the ones that put in the middle yet, but there is a cross member that runs across the bottom of the floor back here. Well, this side on the corner where the body mount was, just this corner right out here where the body mount mounts, rusted off. So I had an old 6 foot, actually 8 foot. I keep saying 6 foot. I don't know. I can't remember. So many parts. But bed floor. Now, this was a destroyed bed. It was actually from my grandpa's truck. we've had it out there at the house for I don't know how long. His truck kicked out of gear and coasted down a hill and hit a tree and destroyed the bed. So me, Dad, and a few other people had to put a new bed on his truck. So I've been robbing pieces off this to patch the floor. And it's got cross members in it. I just cut it off at the back where it's all bent up. And I thought these would be the same. But they're not. That cross member back here on the floor, which I haven't been able to find it anywhere. I say you can probably buy it somewhere. I haven't been able to find it. Someone knows, let me know, because I am going to replace it eventually. I'm not doing it now. I got some square tube that I cut down to fit over the existing cross member, and we're just going to bolt it up and tack weld it on each side for now. Guys, I want to get this thing driving. I'm not restoring it right now. If that'll last a while until I find a cross member, I'll loosen everything up, jack it back up, and replace the cross member. Simple as that. I mean, eventually we're going to be taking this rear end out and putting something different under there. Of course, we got to change the front too when we do that. I'm not going to say anything. When the time comes, it comes. But, so I cut some square tube. It's sitting in there. I got to drill holes down through to put the new mount in. And then we'll tack weld it with it tight. I'll go on the inside and tack weld it. So we put the side panels back in. We got a little toolbox. It's actually an Army drop box. It's going to fit the build. Let's just say that. We're going to have a spare tire here. Cool toolbox. Might turn it into a cooler. Some old wobble pop. Cold snacks. But I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But we got to get all this old carpet off. Clean these up real good. I found a tiny little rust hole right there. I don't know if I'm going to mess with it. I want to run it. We're going to clean all this up real good. That way we can get ready for the wood floor. We're actually going to Rust-Oleum this from the fender well seam across the floor to the other fender well seam. We're going to scuff it all down, Rust-Oleum it black. We're going to roll it on because the wood floor is going over it. And I think I showed you guys. We got a wood planer there to plane these down. We're going to plane one side. We got some oak and some cherry that we're going to put in the floor of this. I think it's going to look really good. And then we got this metal strip here we're going to take off. And then the other metal strip here we're going to take off. And we're going to save a piece of cherry. One of the nicest ones, got the wood grain in it. And we're going to cut it down and make them fit in there on both sides. So we'll have a wood floor, wood strips. And then I'm going to make some wood stuff up front. Nothing serious. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of, everything's kind of thrown in here because I had to move it out, work on my buddy's Ford Ranger. It's a little wooden box that had a radio and a bunch of toggle switches on it. I think I'm going to put it up, mount on the floorboard underneath the dash, and put our Bluetooth box in it. Clean it up and stay in the same color as the rest. Gotta be careful. I got the new weather strip coming. And we got the new strip for this. I just got a piece here to hold it. But, yeah. And me and my son was out here doing all this, and I was like, man, look at this. Can you see the age rings in that? She's starting to show her age. Looks like a tree. But, alright guys. We're still working on the body mounts. As you can see, this one's shot. This is the last one we got to get loose. I just want to show you this tool. Honestly, I haven't used this since back in, well, I haven't used one of these since back in body shop, in high school. But here's the tool. This thing comes in handy when threads are built inside the floor and you can't get to them. Borrowed this from a buddy, and man, this thing's a lifesaver. It's electric. You plug it up to the wall and you hit the button. We'll see what happens here. It heats that whole bolt up. Whatever you put that around, it'll heat up. It'll heat just the bolt up. We'll get some rubber and smoke and some stuff that melts down, but man, these things are awesome. I got all of them out, but this one, of course, now that I'm videoing, and this is the last one. This one's on break, and here I go cutting the damn floor. But I'll show you how this works. This thing's handy, but I'll tell you what, wear gloves. I'm not wearing one right now while I'm heating it, but I'll put it on once I lay this down. Now these ends come in different sizes. Different ends, different. You got one that's just a rod, you can wrap it around something and heat it up. Where you got these ones right here. They're a different size on the end for bolts. Now, lay that where I can burn myself here in a minute. Of course. Yeah. Right there, you can kind of feel it give. Heat it up a little bit more. Try it again. And then when I can get a little bit of a turn, I'll put the air gun on it. Run it back and forth for a little bit, then heat it again, then run it back and forth for a little bit, and heat it again until she's out. Right there, she's moving. Feel it moving. So get the old Mac on her. Didn't think the parking brake cable would be an issue, but she's right in the damn way. You know, always. That's it. Don't touch it without a glove on. That's all I gotta say. Woo! Even with a glove, she's hot, baby. Even with a glove. Handiest thing ever. I'll tell you what. Handy. Let me show you here. Get you off this tripod. Here's this tool. You plug it in, change ends on it. They just pop in and out. I'll show you the other side. Sorry guys, I got a mess. But they come with different size ends. Big, small, little. And then I got ones you can wrap around whatever you need yourself and get stuff done. I'll show you what we got over here so far. You see the new ones in there. I just got the bolt stuck in there. I don't got it all back together because I gotta get some bolts. We got that one in. We got all of them in. Got those little set pucks in. Got that one in. Got the other little set puck. And then the back one. Now, I didn't have no These ones back here was completely going on this cross member. I didn't have the factory washer or sleeve, so I went and found some washers that matched the ones under the rear end. The rear end cross member here. I think the washer's the same, so I just matched them up. And I went down to RK, Roll King, if you don't know. There you go. But, excuse me. Got some round tube. I think it was like $8, $9, something like that. Cut it off the size I need for my sleeves in the rear. Guys, you always don't have to. You can see them back here. There's the new one. There's the new one. And I didn't use carriage bolts. We're actually using regular bolts. Just because we're putting a wood floor in here, you're not gonna see it anyway. I could have went and got some carriage bolts, but wood floor is going to cover it. I really didn't need to, so these are completely rusted out. And the ones we just heated up and pulled out, really thin right in here. Some of them's missing threads, so we'll find some fun new bolts and a couple washers for the bottom. They was completely going too. This is the bottom mount for the cab part of it, so I need a washer about that big with a smaller hole. If I can't find one, I'll get a washer this size and weld a washer in here to the size of the bolt. But guys, you don't always have to buy something. The body bushings, yeah, I had to. You can't make those. I mean, you could. I mean, we used to lift them up with hockey pucks, body lifts and stuff, but do your research, find what's cheaper and better for you. And guys, I'm no professional, but I do what I have to get by, and man, get these old cars back on the road. That's what it's all about. I'm all about the old cars. Yeah, I got a new truck, but it's not really new. So, what we're doing here, I figured I'd go ahead and show you what. Sorry, I had to get some go-go juice. But, polyurethane mount. You kind of see how it's kind of like that. Old mount. This is my last one. I already did all the other ones. So, show you guys how we have to do this. Wish I had something to hold you on. Kind of set you up here so you can see what's going on. But, you need this washer. Pop it out real quick. Yeah, just stab myself. Yep. Good job, man. Good job. Where's the electrical tape? Done cut myself. Where's it at? Pride on set. Alright. Now, there's the old mount. You can kind of see how it was ovaled. Now, these ain't in the best of shape. We'll rot away. It'll be alright. Over here on the edge of your bench, just scuff the hell out of it, knock some of the top off. Then just jam that new stuff right on there, just like that. And she's ready to go back on. Easy peasy. Stick her on there real quick. If you can see, this one here kind of had to jack up kind of weird on one side. It might not even fit. Might have to go higher. But, well, hold on a minute. Make sure ain't nothing on top. do the old hand clean. But alright. Gonna need to go a hair higher, but just do a little love tapping. She falls right in. Money. And then, as soon as I find it here, I know I just had it. Where did you go, George? Where did you go? There she is. Old bolt. This is just temp. Just not putting the bottom back together yet because I have to go get some bolts. Just want to thread this in. Just a thread or two. And then that way it stays. Now for some reason, just this one side, this front corner of the cab of the Suburban had both of these stacked. I don't know why. I kind of can think of some reasons. Transmission linkage, steering shaft hitting a A-arm. But if anyone knows, let me know. I'm going to take them out for now and see if there's any issues. I'm going to run through the gears and make sure nothing looks funny. The door's all open, hood opens right. But I don't know why there'd be a 1/4 inch stack of spacers on one side. I'm not sure. Now on the 70 model Chevy trucks, they had something like this on top of all of them. But this is only on one side. Let's see how it looks. I'll tell you, man can use a new jack. Got this jack since I don't know when or how long. That thing could tell you some stories, to tell you that. You're the old body shake. But now we have all the mounts are on. The only ones we haven't done are the core support, which these are all the bottoms to them ones. Here's the core support ones. I'm gonna be honest. I know some are gonna be like, "Oh, that job's half done." Well, I'm kind of scared to take that core support out right now, even attempt to mess with them bushings. That core support's actually in kind of rough shape. I have another one for it. I just don't want to tear it apart right now. It's not bad enough where it can't be on the road. It's just like the box around the bolt. The bolt goes down through in the core to the mount down here. You got the mount and then a box to the core support, and the bolt goes all the way through. That box up here is rotted out. The bolt and everything's still there. I know as soon as I touch it, I'm gonna break all kinds of shit in there and end up having to change the core support. So that'll be a future project. Maybe. Till I hit the first damn pothole and the whole front of it starts sagging and I bust the radiator, but that's besides the point. I got the glass in it. I just don't have the trim. So I gotta be careful letting it down. Glass is in it, tailgate's working. We've been crawling in and out of it. Still got that tiny little hole right there to mess with, where that cross member's rotted out, which I never showed you guys. I can't find this cross member anywhere to buy, so I did something quick. I know it's not the right way, but I did something kind of quick. Just put some channel up there, and I welded it in the middle. And this tab right here, we're gonna bend up, and I'm gonna weld it there, and then we'll put the bolt back through on this one after I fix the top. I can't find that cross member nowhere. It goes across, and it's got 2 main body mounts on it. I've looked everywhere, can't find it. Worst comes to worst, all this I'll be able to take back apart, and once I find it, we'll replace it. But I don't want to restore this thing. I want to drive this thing. So once we get the floor done, we'll get the spare tire tub back in. We'll get this back end jacked up. I got to reseal the pumpkin, and I got a pinion seal for it. We got new shocks. We got to get the sitting unit tank back in it, and new straps. And yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that right there either. It's just flaky. Just don't look at it. But yeah. So we got the army box. We'll have a spare tire and army box, and we won't have this wood floor in here. I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. We ran out some mat. I got 2 more sheets I need. I gotta do this other light wire back here for the mason jar. I don't got the jar in right now, but the front one's done. And then we're gonna take the panels out each one, clean them all up. I got cloth for them, and we're gonna put 1 piece of sound deadening in each door, just on the face, just quiet down a little bit. And then I gotta get mufflers for it. Well, sorry it took a while to get you guys a video. Man, it's been a lot of stuff happening here the last few weeks. I don't know about some of you, but this is kind of late, but we got hit with a couple tornadoes and some high winds. It tore all kinds of stuff up, and everyone out there that lost something or lost a house or anything like that, man, I feel for you. If I had a way to help, I would. It's just nowadays it's hard to even help yourself. Everything keeps going up. Nothing's coming down. It's hard for a man and family to live nowadays. It really is. But we got hit hard we got 100 and I think it was 15 mile-an-hour winds. We had like 2 touchdowns or something like that. It's been a week or 2 ago, but then we was out of power for a week. We was out of internet for a week. So I'm behind, guys. I'm behind. Our roof got messed up a little bit. Had to fix it. Just some small stuff. I'm not making excuses. And if anyone got hit like we got hit, I feel for you. Like I said, if I had the way to help people, I would. It's hard nowadays. It's hard. But on another note, old girl's looking better. We're getting a lot of stuff done to her. Now we just need to basically start on the wood floor. We're going to get them in there, laid in there. We're going to measure. We'll cut them all 1 length. And then we'll start running them through the planer. Get them down to where we want them. Get them down thin, nice. And then I'll take everything back out and get the floor painted with rust oil brush on. Just protect the floor and fender well. But after that, I'm sorry. I keep rambling on, but hey, we're going to keep on trucking. We're going to get a lot of things done. We got to get this ready so we can get the 57 up here. I'm going to be able to drive this. My parents and the old property is 2.5 hours away. Once this girl, when I drive her a week or 2, we're trucking it down. We're getting the 57 and bringing it back. But yeah. Hey guys, don't forget, like and subscribe, and get out there and do something.